Hi, Teresa Momber here. In today's video, I will show you how to make this card. Begin by stamping the Nautilus shell from the By the Sea 2 stamp set from Gina Designs using Memento Tuxedo black ink onto a piece of white cardstock measuring 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. I'm using Spectrum Noir markers to color my image, starting with marker number EB3 in the darkest areas. Next, switch to Spectrum marker FS3 and blend out from the previous color. Switch markers again, this time to marker number FS1, and fill in most of the rest of the areas, leaving just a few small portions uncolored. Then, use a blender pen to soften the transition between the uncolored areas and the previous color. Create a mask by stamping the image onto scratch paper and cutting it out, then secure in place over your colored image using repositionable tape. Begin sponging the background using a jumbo sponge dauber with Gina Designs powder blue ink. Switch to Gina warm cocoa ink and then sponge starting from the bottom and working your way up. With the mask still in place, stamp the pampas grass, also from the By the Sea 2 stamp set, using Gina K Warm Cocoa ink. And then switch to a different stamp from the By the Sea 2 stamp set, the small grass stamp. And stamp it several times using Warm Cocoa ink, but stamp off onto scratch paper first so the image will be lighter. And now you can gently peel away your mask. To create a shadow under the shell, I started with Spectrum Marker BG3. To get the shading even deeper directly under the shell, I switched to Spectrum Marker BG5. Then switch to marker number BG1 to blend the shadow into the background. I wanted to create the texture of sand in the foreground, so I used the fine tips on a few Memento markers to add dots, starting with my desert sand marker. Add dots randomly across the bottom of your scene, allowing them to cluster in some areas and be more sparse in others. The main thing you want to avoid is having them be too uniform. Use your Espresso Truffle marker next and add more dots. And finally, a few more dots using the rich cocoa marker. Use the seagull image, also from By the Sea 2, and stamp using Gina K black ink, but stamp off onto scratch paper first to make the image lighter. Stamp the sentiment from the Vertical Greetings 2 stamp set from Gina K Designs using Gina K black ink onto Ivory cardstock. Then use a corner rounder punch to round the corners on the right side. Adhere your scene to a piece of dark chocolate cardstock that's trimmed slightly larger. And then adhere the sentiment layer so that it's tucked under the right side. Secure those 3 layers to a piece of Kraft cardstock. Use self-adhesive foam squares to secure the entire assembly to a 5.5 by 4.25 inch sandy beach card base. And that completes our card. Thanks for watching.